July 29th, 2013. It was another regular day in the Clash of Clans village. Troops were just coming back from a hard day of training and battling, and were heading to the village bar. The bar was run by a group of wizards who were also the village alchemists. As the troops started to pour into the bar, a witch came in behind everyone else, and she seemed to be dragging herself through the door. She sat down in the nearest seat, and then one of the wizards came over to see what she wanted to drink. She replied with, "I'll have the same as always." So the wizard went to go fetch some dark elixir. When he got back, the witch looked even more upset than before, so naturally he asked her what the matter was. She told him that she was having a really hard time fitting in with the rest of the army. They were all super strong like the barbarians, or tanky like the giant, or talented like the wizards, or they have some super special feature like the healer. But there was nothing special about her. She could hardly do any damage, and she didn't have a lot of health either, and she had no special ability as well. The wizard looked at her and then told her to wait here for 1 second. He grabbed her drink of dark elixir and then ran off to the laboratory to grab the rage spell, so that the witch can become bigger, better, faster, and stronger. When the wizard got to the laboratory, he grabbed what he thought was the rage spell and poured it into the witch's dark elixir drink. What he didn't know is that he accidentally grabbed the wrong potion. Without paying too much attention, he grabbed the skeleton spell by accident and mixed it with the witch's drink. So without knowing, he brought the drink back to the witch and she drank it all in one big gulp. Immediately, she felt the spell taking effect. She could feel some new superpower inside of her, and she stood up and raised her staff, and then from the floor emerged 5 skeletons. After this, the witch quickly became one of the coolest troops in the game. She was the only troop at the time that could spawn other troops to fight for her, and a lot of people might have thought that she was the most powerful troop in the game. But that's only because they haven't met her sister yet, the Night Witch. Want to see how the Night Witch came into the world of Clash? Check out Adobo Flash to see the second part of the story and find out how the Night Witch was created. Many years later, when the witch had gone over to the Clash Royale arena when it first opened, she began dueling against all sorts of other troops. She fought against barbarians, minions, and even baby dragons. This was also her first time witnessing all of these different spells in action that the wizards had created. There were fireballs smashing troops, lightning spells frying troops, and huge rockets that crushed just about any troop it could reach. The witch wasn't very powerful in the arena, compared to where she dominated back in the Clash of Clans village. However, she was still a solid troop. Her attack did hardly any damage, and her skeletons were incredibly fragile and died to literally almost anything. So most of the time, players wouldn't even bother bringing her with them into battle. However, one game, a new king who was still very new to the Clash Royale arena decided to bring the witch into battle. During the battle, he was getting absolutely destroyed since his army sort of sucked, and he didn't know what they were doing. And out of rage, the king played every single card he had. So he played the witch and then some bats, and then he spammed every single spell card that he had right on top of her. He dropped a clone, a rage, a zap, and finally a heal spell. This overload of spells started to make the ground smoke, and then both kings were shocked to see some sort of transformation happening through the smoke. The smoke was taking a while to go away, so the king dropped a tornado spell to blow the smoke away. And once the smoke went away, the king saw that the bats had disappeared. But when they looked more closely, they noticed that they didn't actually disappear. They had just merged with the witch. Now, a whole new troop was standing in front of them, the witch combined with the bats. They decided to call her the Night Witch. Now, instead of spawning skeletons, she could summon bats to fight for her. She was so powerful that the Clash of Clans village also wanted to use the Night Witch, so the Clash Royale kings simply cloned her, using the clone spell, then sent her by boat over to the Clash of Clans village. Thank you guys so much for watching, and a huge thanks to Adobo Flash for collaborating with me on this story. If you guys want to see more story animations similar to this one, make sure you drop a like on this video and comment down below any suggestions you may have on any future videos. And anyways, I'll see you all very soon. Peace out.